Right, it is November 5th, 2025. We just pulled in here. This is the ship, obviously. And I think where we pulled in is basically a gas station. I don't know what, there's nothing here. I think the name of the stop is La Paz. Fortunately, the cruise line was kind enough to give me a free excursion, another freebie. This one's over $100. I don't even know what it is, don't know where I'm going. It takes about 4 or 5 hours, but I'm glad they gave it to me because, as you can see, there's there's nothing here. So the buses are over there. In case you haven't seen the bus. So I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing, but I'm very happy that I'm doing something because many times I get off the boat and I just kind of float around. I don't know where I would float to. Nothing here. So the adventure begins. I spoke to a few people at breakfast I bumped into. Didn't really know them. They have no idea what I'm talking about with this excursion. So one of two things is going to happen. Either the cruise line is being extremely kind and generous with me, or they're just trying to get rid of me and they're not bringing me back. So we're going to see which one happens. All right, let's see what happens. You didn't know that's called the bus. That's what I'm going to be getting on. I also found that this table over here, they sell bus tickets. So if I just wanted to take a bus ticket to somewhere, that's $10 at least each way. Half the time when you come back, it's twice the price to get there. But I said, how far is the next town over or whatever? They said the bus ride's roughly 30 minutes. So again, free is for me. Thanks to coupons, I don't have to spend at least $20 on a bus to go somewhere. I'm going to be taking this bus with a 4 or 5 hour tour wherever the hell I'm going. And free is for me. They gave me more coupons, so it's not costing me a dime. All right, let's see what happens. So I'm on the bus. As you can see, it's very crowded. And if you never see me again, then that means this was a terrible idea. Okay, you know what? I didn't even know it was possible. My hair actually looks even worse. Okay, anyway, to be continued. Get off that bus, and now we're going to go look at pottery. Pretty good bus ride. I'd say probably close to half hour. So definitely could not walk it. No way. All right, I just got done with the pottery place. They're going to be there for like a half hour. It's a little pottery place. It's a store. You know, thank goodness I didn't spend any money on this excursion. I know everybody says, you got to do excursions, you got to do excursions. I don't know. They take you to the store. People are going to be there for a half hour. So I was done in about 39 seconds. So if you ever want to come to La Paz and look at pottery and spend money to get a ride to a pottery store, this is the place, apparently. So they don't want me filming inside. So I guess I could film outside and look, pottery. So there you go. You see what you see here? This is the same thing that you see inside. So anyway, I don't know what the next stop is going to be, but the good news is I'm still alive, and that's a scoop. So we'll see what the next stop is. I actually have no idea. I also just looked at the calendar. I've been telling everybody that this is a 5-day cruise. Apparently not. Apparently it's an 8-day cruise. I guess I didn't add so well. I have no idea, but you know, good. I'm glad it's lasting longer. All right, and in terms of where I'm at, I have no idea. All right. We left the pottery place. We were only there for about 15 minutes, which isn't bad. So now they took us over here, more water, and everybody went into this place, the art museum, I think. So I'm going to pop it there for probably another 39 seconds, and then I'll start floating around. And looks like we're supposed to be here for about 30 minutes, but I better not go too far because I don't think this guy knows how to tell time. So I also can't understand a damn thing he says on the bus. It's all muffled. But again, I'm happy to be here because what else would I do? I'd sit at the boat, parked at a gas station. And again, in case you don't know, free is for me, free excursion. I'd be pissed if I was paying $100 for this. But this gives me an idea of what the heck's going on around here. All right, so let's go look at the art and see stuff I can't afford. I'm inside, apparently in Mexico, I don't speak Spanish. But apparently I'm going to translate. Art museum, translate to English basically means gift shop. So here's a gift shop. I don't know how we call this an art museum, but again, anyway, I'm gonna go outside and float around. All right, I'm back outside. Everybody's still at that gift shop / art store, art museum. But anyway, here's another picture of water in case you haven't seen water, and there's plenty of vendors along the street, so you don't have to stay squished in the little store. So again, this is La Paz. And there we go. There's various art stuff, like little displays, like her. And anyway, let's see what's next. Just to let you know, they're still inside the art store, art museum, excuse me. But if you check Google Translate, let's see if that's Shed's gift shop. But other than that, it's very pretty. You know, more water, and just wait for all the women to stop shopping at the same gift shop thing. All right, let's see what happens next. There's another shot of the museum. Wink, wink. All right. All right, they're still in the gift shop, so I'm floating around. I'm not too terribly worried about it because I see my bus is over there, so I presume that's my bus. So I don't think they can leave without me if I keep the bus in my line of sight, but no sense hanging out at a gift shop all day. So anyway, here's this guy. And there is no plaque. So maybe I'll take some pictures and walk along the water and stuff. And that's it. So this is a self-guided excursion. All right, goodbye. They're still at the gift shop. So there's a beautiful sight of La Paz. A little bit of graffiti on there, but they're still in the same gift shop. So I'm going to keep floating around. All right, needless to say, they're still in the gift shop. So I am still floating around. But look, I found this art piece that I really like. Can you see that? Look at that. That, to me, symbolizes what goofy women in Arizona think cruising with a coupon means. I think that's really what they imagine. There's dummy. Anyway, that was a good time to always say the same thing. If any women in Arizona want to date a guy that uses coupons at first dates and wants to go cruising, feel free to get in touch. Pazzelli.com. You know where to send the hate mail. But in any event, just to let you know, believe it or not, that is not what cruising with a coupon looks like. I can't believe I actually have to say this out loud, but apparently I do. So anyway, I do like that, though. That is symbolic. All right, I see people looking at me. All right, what else is new? All right, to be continued. All right, so we got back on the bus. We drove about a block, and then he says, okay, I'm going to let you off the bus, and you can float around for the next hour, which is pretty much what I've been doing anyway. So anyway, it's more interesting anyway. I kind of got off the beaten path and shopped around at flea markets and stuff. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know with the sun, but there's a Sears over there. Apparently they're still kicking in Mexico. So anyway, to be continued. So I'm somewhere. Don't know where I am. I think it's a church or something. I don't know, but they have all these cool exhibits and stuff. Anyway, free is for me. Ironically, though, I just bumped into two different people from the cruise ship. Both of them apparently recognize me. They're both from Arizona. And what they said is they actually just paid the $10 for the shuttle. Apparently, it's a round-trip ticket. And you're better off with the shuttle because, like I said, I got to be back on this stupid bus in like 30 minutes. Whereas if I just took the $10 shuttle, I can come and go pretty much all day long. So again, hope that's a lesson. Don't spend money. Be frugal. All right, anyway, I'm still floating around, but this is pretty neat stuff. I am supposed to be reading all this, but it's just too many words. So, to be continued. All right, got back on the bus, got off the bus, drove maybe about 3 blocks, took us to this church. So we're going to go in the church. Personally, it would have been just faster walk to the church, but the tour continues. Right, I am back from the tour. It's about 12:15 p.m. I'm back to where we started, which I pretty much call the gas station, but I'm back at the ship. 12:15. Here's my review. El Stinko. I don't recommend it whatsoever. I got the tour for free, and I still think I overpaid. A couple of reasons why. Number one, it's 12:15. I'm back here. This ship ain't leaving until around, I think, 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I could have stayed in the town and floated around and checked it out. So that kind of sucks. And the only way back is I think I would have to take another bus, presuming there's any more buses, and then drive the half hour there and half hour back. So that whole thing sucked. I don't recommend it. In fact, as you're on the bus on the way back, the guy gave me a survey to fill out. And, the tour guide. And I realized, well, since he's giving me the survey, I know he's going to be the guy picking it up. So I'm not going to bother filling this thing out because even if I said it sucked, he's just going to rip it up. So he handed me the survey. I said, "Oh, thank you, sir." And then when he picked it up, I handed it back to him. He saw the whole thing was blank. I'm sure he figured it out. But why am I going to fill it out? I don't want to get anybody in trouble, and she's just going to throw it away anyway. So anyway, here's my humble recommendation. If you come to La Paz, number one, I wouldn't kill yourself coming here. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm just so happy that I'm able to do it. But if you do come to La Paz, I definitely wouldn't spend any money on any excursion. That excursion was supposed to be $99. I probably would have slaughtered somebody if I paid $99 for that. It's completely not worth it. But if you can get an excursion for free, I probably still wouldn't do it. I probably would just pay the $10. Apparently it's a round trip bus, and you go there and you do your thing, and then when you're done you get on a bus and you come back, and I'm sure you can stay later than how long I stayed. The only trick that I figured out, possibly from what I heard in speaking to some folks, is if you can get a free excursion here, get on the bus here for free, you'll be one of the first out. You'll go to the town of La Paz, dump the tour. It's a waste of time. It's just a waste. And then on the way back, you would take the $10 bus ride back. But from what I'm being told, they don't check the bus tickets on the way back, because they figure anybody that's getting on the bus is coming back to the ship, so that means they had to come from the ship. So they presume that you paid to get there, so they're not checking you on the way home, if that makes sense. But long story short, I definitely would not do any excursions whatsoever. Even if it's free, I probably wouldn't even do it. Anyway, that's it. Again, I'm happy to be here. There's a little bit of a very, very small flea market here, so I'm going to float around here. Ordinarily, I would have stayed in La Paz and floated around some more, but because it's roughly a half hour to get there, I'm not going to burn another hour there and back and everything else I would have to rush. I'm happy to be here, but that is the recommendation of Satan, using coupons. Even though it was free, I still don't recommend it. I overpaid. All right, onward. All right, so that's the buses you could take. It's $10 round trip. I just checked. The last bus back is 4:30. I was going to take the bus and go back, but it's already 12:30, and I got to be back at 4:30 minus an hour, so it's like 2 hours. It's probably not worth it, but you're better off just taking those buses for $10. Actually, it says it has Wi-Fi on the bus too, which is kind of funny. So the other strange thing I can't figure out is everybody was tipping. You know, when they got off the bus, everybody was tipping. I saw them tipping $5, $10, $15. I'm thinking, I couldn't even understand a word the guy said. It was like the Charlie Brown cartoon. I couldn't understand him. I mean, he's speaking English, but I could not understand. The whole thing was muffled. It was terrible. Anyway, this is why I have no friends and everybody thinks I'm Satan. All right, so that concludes my wonderful review.